Hello, welcome back to the vlog.
Hey guys.
So right now we are here in Santa Teresa, but we've been exploring a lot these last couple of days. Before we left San Jose, we ended up capturing a whole bunch of content about the hotel and the stay, so we're definitely going to be sharing that with you guys. But then we had to make our way to Jacó, which is a little beach town 2 hours outside of San Jose.
About 2 hours west, so right on the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. So San Jose was great experience, super awesome. We're not really accustomed to public transportation, and we took public transportation this time when we went over to Jacó, yeah. So it was just supposed to be about a 2-hour bus ride, not too long. And what we didn't know is that you're supposed to tell your bus driver where you're getting off. Otherwise, it's going to drive you straight to another destination, the end of the point. So the bus ride was hot. There was no AC. Totally something that we're not accustomed, being that in America there's pretty much AC everywhere.
We like to travel bougie, honestly, but we wanted to try out saving some money.
Yeah, so that bus ride costs about $4 total.
Yeah, $2 each.
$2 each, $2.40, maybe like $2.20 or so. And yeah,
yeah. So when we got on the bus, I saw these signs that said Jacó everywhere, and I'm like, oh my god, we're almost here. But the bus driver kept driving, so we were just sitting there waiting to see when we were going to get to our stop. And then I realized it was 45 minutes later, and we were passing these other names, and I'm like, oh my god, Nas, I think that we missed our stop. So I had to stand up, walk to the front of the bus while he was still driving, and say, ¿Dónde es Jacó? And he's like, Jacó, over there. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh, you're gonna turn around? He's like, no, we're not going back until tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we got to the next stop, a little town called Parita.
He stopped the bus,
Yeah.
walked to the back of the bus, said we had to get off the bus.
Yeah.
And we were just abandoned with our suitcase and our backpack in this little town in the middle of nowhere of Costa Rica. And thankfully we had an angel lady who was on the bus with us, actually got off the bus. I guess she was from Parita or living there, and she helped us get a bus ticket, told us where we were. It was all in Spanish. We couldn't understand most of it, but could understand what she was trying to communicate just because of body language and just emotion behind what she was sharing. Waited for maybe about 30 minutes for the bus to show up. Definitely had all eyes on us, and because we're foreign and we don't look like we belong there.
And we had suitcases, not backpacks.
Backpacks with like a tripod in the side and everything. And so, yeah, we got off the bus, waited for the next bus to come, and she just waited with us the whole time. Super sweet lady, made sure that we were safe, high-fived us when the bus came. She was super excited, and even told the driver that we needed to get back to Jacó. So yeah, we took another 30-minute bus ride back over to Jacó.
Yes. And then we arrived. So we got dropped off at the bus stop, and then we had to drag our bags to the Jacó Inn.
In the middle of the night. Super dark.
It was dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to drag our bags to the Jacó Inn, which is the hostel that we wanted to try out. By the way, we've never done a hostel before, but we also wanted to experience that too. But when we arrived, it was pitch dark, half built in the front, which was, they were doing reconstruction, but it was not what we were expecting at all. We didn't see pictures that looked like that.
No.
So then we got back there, and then they were like, oh, here's your lovely room.
It was covered in fleas. There was huge amounts of dust all over the fan. There was no AC, which is fine, but after getting off a hot bus in a very humid area and walking into a very hot room, we wanted the AC. And so once we got there, I think we met like one person, and then went back in our room, noticed there were dead fleas all over our pillow, and jumping live ones, and spiders, and just all kinds of insects that were just a little too close to be for home because they were in our bed.
Yeah, no.
So we quickly packed up our stuff, found a hotel, and dragged our stuff down to the Blue Palm Hotel that was down the street.
Yeah, thank God they were available. Everything was pretty booked up, so it was a blessing that they were available for us. And it
One
was just a
room.
normal hotel room. So we usually like Airbnbs that have interesting stays, but we were just in a hotel room. It was comfortable though, and we had our own shower. We didn't have to share the bathroom with anybody, so we were happy.
Yeah, the hotel was nice. It felt like you were staying in a hotel, though. It wasn't that experience you were looking for. And so we spent about 3 days there. Had an awesome little food supermarket right next to us that we got juice smoothies at, fresh cut fruit, got some nuts at every day. It was super fun. It was super nice to just walk out there in the super hot heat and to get a fruit smoothie. We walked around the beach, found like the whole beach pretty much, or like half the beach, all the way to the end of the mountain. Took some cool photos, saw some cool things. Lots of life was out there in the water.
Yeah, there was conch, hermit crabs, there was crabs, yeah, and then we saw this wonderful guy riding his horse down the beach. And I was taking a video of him, and he went right up to us and he said, "Now your turn." He let me go on the horse and take a whole photo shoot on it. Like, he even took some pictures and they came out amazing. But we got that experience, so I can mark that off the bucket list.
Yeah, we pretty much had to eat out every day because we didn't have a kitchen to cook in, which was fine. It's just, when you're traveling on a budget, you like to be able to manage when you can eat out and when you can't. So places like that don't really give you the option to, cook. Hotel rooms.
Right.
Yeah, so once we were there, met some interesting people.
Yeah, definitely.
Jacó, I would say, is not my vibe, or our vibe. I would put it that way. It's a party place, we like to party, but it's not our party.
Yeah, so you'll see there's a lot of discotheques, which is the clubs. So there's always music everywhere. There's lots of people there. There's a lot of people, like vendors selling things, and there was a lot of people at the beach. And I think I know why too, because in San Jose they kept saying, "Oh, go to Jacó Beach," because it's just a straight shot. So I think that's the most popular beach for people to just go to, especially if you're local. So there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of commercialism, actually. There was a lot of franchises that we recognized.
KFC, Subway.
Yeah. So that's the kind of vibe that we were in. It was just like a hustling, bustling beach town.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a lot of beach hippies there too.
Yeah. We, what else did we do there? I mean, we pretty much just were getting heated up by the sun all day, burned. It was just hot, uncomfortable. I wouldn't go back to Jacó.
But the beach was very beautiful.
The beach was beautiful, just not the place that I would say where we're at now, which we will follow up with in what we are doing and where we're at right now. Yeah.
But that was our stay in Jacó. It was definitely a whirlwind, not what we were expecting, but we made it work, and we got to make some amazing memories when we were there.
Yep.